Ends to the show that never ends. I've just been having a ridiculous conversation with Robert Garofalo, my business partner, and he's getting ready to the editing and shining up one of the shows I did a while ago called the 25th Anniversary Tour. And in it there's a song about a drover shagging a kangaroo, and they wondered if it's acceptable in this day and age. Well, you'd think that, but listen to this. Listen to this here, folks, here on This Week Live. A man, and I saw this in the newspapers this morning at Sparrows Fart when I got up to have my 16th Lemsip, as you can hear. Hi, baby. A man dressed as a woman, right? This is he's in prison now. I wonder which prison they put him in. They probably say, well, are you a woman today or a man? A man dressed as a woman had sex with a dog. He was arrested trying to... He's dressed as a woman and he's shagging a dog. I mean, is this a cry for help? What do you think? I wouldn't shag a dog in case it turns around and bites you if it doesn't like you, would you? And the judge said to him, how low can you get? And he said, I've had a corgi. Boom, boom. Right, okay, talking of animals, I mean, we know there's lots of politics going on at the moment, and it's driving me mad, and I'll talk about it later on Ustream. I won't bore you people on YouTube. I'll leave it to the members of Ustream to be bored to death. Plus, I can say a few more things there that doesn't get me sort of cut off, you know what I'm saying? Like the drover and the kangaroo. I'm just moving all the furniture, Sheila. Really? Why's that? Well, if you make as much... You make as much damage as the kangaroo I had in here last week. Anyway, let's get on with it. Here we go. Yes, we've got a new Prime Minister in waiting. Yes, Liz Truss lasted about the same time as Stephen Gerrard in his last two managerial jobs. But this is the bit that got me. Do you know there's protests going on, people gluing themselves? And I don't know if you saw that French policeman. He ripped the bloke's hand off. He fell on the floor. He was suffering from not being ripped off the tarmac enough. So he got ripped off the tarmac and he won't sit down there again. Don't you worry about that. One person has complained about the village cockerel, right? There's cockerels on people's allotments. And there's all these middle-aged women, or women of a certain age and a certain size, from certain parts of the country, are now holding up placards. They're not gluing themselves to anyone, and they're not pouring milk all over the place, because one person has complained about the cock-a-doodle-doo. They're now protesting. Okay, you get the odd cockerel. We've got one down the road from me. I tell you what, he's the most superb cock I have ever seen. Cop for him. You see, not all cocks can stand up forever. Anyway, these women have got placards up saying, save our cocks. You couldn't make it up, could you? But the thing is, it's nothing to do with cocks. One person complained and they grabbed the cock and try and shut him up. For whom the cock crows. Anyway, talking of cocks and things, let's talk about James Corden. I don't know how he sprang to fame. He was a little fat bloke, wasn't he? And he's now a little fat older bloke in America. I remember seeing him arguing with Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek. I didn't like that very much. So, James, you've been the luckiest man in the world. I wouldn't pay much attention, folks, to saying that he bullies waiters. Waitresses and waiters, they can't wait to be upset, and they get jealous. They do get jealous, don't they? And they say, how dare I wait upon you? That's what it is, yeah. And if you say, excuse me, this toast is cold, they cry and run off. So, James, even though you're a little fat, untalented bastard, I don't think you were rude. And talking of other untalented people, Philip Schofield now has had his wine has been taken off the shelf. He's got, did you know he had a wine thing, Jake? No. Yeah, he's got a wine thing, but they've taken it off. The corks won't come out. You think they would come out, wouldn't you, with Philip Schofield? They think they'd, come out to share themselves. Well, anyway, let's go over to Ustream now and talk about Liz Truss. Didn't she have a funny walk that made her...
See the comedy legend who refuses to be cancelled, Roy Chubby Brown, harmless vulgarity and friendly smut.
I thought we'd sit right at the front in case one of the swans has left the knickers off.
will stream exclusively on Ustream.com.
Just read that in the paper. Usain Bolt has COVID. Who the fuck got near him?
And remember, if you're easily offended, don't effing watch it.
I can remember when white people made adverts on the TV.